Amendment by Moody. The chair recognizes Mr. Moody to explain the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, this is an amendment to strike the enacting clause and to keep this bill from becoming law. And I'm offering it on behalf of my border community because we're tired and, quite frankly, we're scared. I've stood up here before and talked about the racially motivated massacre El Paso suffered in 2019. I won't belabor the horror and grief my hometown was branded with that day, but I will remind you why it happened. The anti-immigrant rhetoric that keeps being trotted out in politics, which the shooter echoed in his manifesto. What we say and do matters. I'm not here to question anyone's intentions because intentions to me are secondary to results. And one of the results of HB 9 and bills like it is that people looking for someone to blame will weaponize this sentiment, aim at the target it puts on the back of communities like mine, and pull the trigger. I felt it brewing just this week in committee. I kept hearing about illegals. That's the word that was used to describe people who witness after witness said with great contempt, we're coming here bringing fraud, disease, and crime. I watched the children present there receive that message as well. These lies are nothing new. It wasn't long ago that I was being told El Paso was a war zone where bombs were literally going off, even as we were being recognized as the safest large city in America for the third year in a row. Feelings are more compelling than facts, I guess. And bitter feelings are what this bill is about. Rather than us leading with the truth, we're being led to a lie by the angry, resentful voices we've emboldened. Instead of uniting around what we can build together, we're dividing our people up with a boogeyman. And that boogeyman isn't just immigrants. In practice, it's Americans from communities like mine, people who look like me and so many of my colleagues here. Make no mistake, when the border is cut, it bleeds on both sides. There are many constructive conversations we could have about immigration policy, but what we absolutely don't need is the incredible amount of money in this bill pumped into more so-called security. Our grid needs that money. Our schools need that money. Our local health authorities absolutely need that money. Instead, what we're buying here is fiction that diminishes all of us, even those telling this disgraceful story that casts the people of the border as something other than human, a vague threat to be confronted, and apparently at any cost. We'll never have a fair, functional system as long as bills like this pander to that narrative. And communities like mine will never be able to rest, because we'll never be equal and we'll never be safe. So please, members, I'm begging you not to put one more vote or one more dollar towards that today.